Good morning, everyone. Alright, so today is December 14th. I just woke up and we're gonna go get some coffee first. Alright guys, so right now I am just going to go ahead and drink a little bit of my coffee. Today I am filming a Survive the First Semester of Nursing School video, so I'm going to go ahead and get ready and then I will sit down and talk to you guys. There's my Christmas tree. There's me. Christmas tree. Me. Alright, so hi guys, what's up? So it is officially the end of my first semester of nursing school. I know that I promised you guys that I would make a video explaining, you know, how the first semester went as a whole, some tips and tricks, my personal story, and I do have quite the story for y'all. So if you're here to stick around and watch, you're gonna enjoy this. So you guys obviously know that I filmed a video halfway through the semester and I told you guys my classes, I told you guys, you know, what I was hoping to get out of the semester, blah, 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 everything I was doing. Well, I'm just gonna sit down and tell you guys what happened during this first semester and kind of explain what is in the future and what is in store. So for those of you who do not know, my name's Holly. Welcome to my channel. I am a nursing student here in Iowa. I am going for my BSN, which is a 2.5-year degree. Technically it's a 4-year degree, but I did 2 years of prerequisites and now I'm doing 2.5 years to get my actual Bachelor's of Science in Nursing degree. So that is this, like, there's like RN, and there's BSN, and then there's, you know, Master's and Doctorate. Well, I am like the 3rd level, which is the BSN, which is pretty much what a lot of hospitals want nurses to get nowadays. A lot of people will go just for the 1-year LPN, but I'm going for the 2.5-year BSN program. And if you did not see that video, I will link it right here. This is my halfway through the semester nursing school video, so check that out if you want to watch that before this. But it is December 13th, I believe, and I am officially done. I was done on Tuesday. I had like technically like 6 finals, but I had some the week before, which was like last week, and then this week I had 1 final on Monday, which was my biggest, most worrisome final, which I'll explain here in a little bit, and then I had 2 finals on Tuesday. So done. It's Thursday. So excited. You guys have no idea. You should have seen my reaction. It was like insane when I figured out that I finally passed. But basically, so my first semester consisted, again, if you didn't see that video, I had pathophysiology, learning and serving, introduction to professional nursing, and health assessment, which health assessment was like, we did assessments and stuff. Again, I explained all this in my other video, but basically what I want to tell you guys is share a little story for those of you who are curious of how stressful actual nursing school is. A few things that happened was I almost did not pass a class, and that is very like ballsy of me to come out and say, but like I like watching people on YouTube who are honest and like tell you real life stories and like who you can relate to, and I want to be someone that people can relate to, because I'm not the top-notch student. I'm not the person in my class who, you know, does amazing at everything. You know, one of my best friends is she works her ass off, but she's very, very smart, and I don't come naturally smart. I really do have to work a lot for it, and she does too, but there's just some people who grasp things better, and I'm not that person. So you know, I can like learn something if you're telling me to learn something specific, but it takes me a couple tries to figure out my learning strategy to completely understand something. And in nursing school, it's very high paced. It's very difficult to grasp things as quick as you need to. So it took me a little bit and I finally got it down, but very basically what I'll explain at the end is being well prepared for the rest of my nursing school career. So basically, my class that I almost did not pass was pathophysiology, and I'm going to explain why. In this class, we had 8 exams, and I did say that in my last video. Sorry that my hair's not done. It's literally dirty as hell, and I just don't care because I just want to be real with you guys. This is kind of embarrassing to tell, and I want you guys to know that it's taking balls for me to come out and say this because I'm sure my fellow students are going to watch this and be like, holy shit, she almost didn't pass. Yeah, I almost didn't, but I'm not the only one. But telling you my story, I'm just gonna get it out, tell you. So we had 8 exams in that class, and essentially in nursing school, I've said this, you have to get a 75% in every single class. Like, it doesn't matter, I guess you don't have to do it in like the non-core classes, but the main core classes of nursing, you have to get a 75%. And I did have this, and I did not have it, but I had one really bad exam. I'm talking like I failed it, which in a failing grade in nursing school is below 75%. I never got an F on any tests, like at all. I never got an F, but failing in our school is 75% or below 75. So I got a really bad score. It was 61%, so almost an F. But I did really bad on that test, and it brought my test percentage average down below a 75. Now, you have to have a 75%. Doesn't matter what your overall class score is, you have to have a 75% or above in your tests. If there's 3 tests in a semester, you're kind of fucked because you have to do really well on all of those tests in order to keep that average up. So we had 8 tests, so I thought, you know, whatever, like it'll be fine. Like I can have one bad test score. Well, it brought my test score average down to about a 74.97. And me being the psychotic freak anal perfectionist that I am, had, you know, about 17 mental breakdowns, probably about 23, I don't know. And, you know, I was freaking out because you can't move forward in the semesters. Like you can't, like I wouldn't have been able to move on and go to pharmacology and fundamentals and, you know, do all of these things because nursing school works like this. Everything you're taking is a prerequisite for what you're about to take. So I was freaking out like, oh my God, I'm not going to be able to move on to be with all of my friends. You know, it was really stressful and scary for me. So basically when I had this 74.93%, this was the 3rd to last exam that I had this score. This was my average test score. We had 2 more tests. This was 2 weeks ago that I figured this out. I had a 74.93 and you have to have a 75, right? All right. So study my ass off for these next 2 exams because I had my test last week and then this final this week that I had to get that 75%. Well, last week we had a test on Wednesday and that was my first shot and I studied my ass off for that exam. Got a 89% on it, which was my highest score that I'd ever gotten on any of my tests in that class. My average scores were like 78, 79, 82. I think the highest I ever got was like an 83 in the class. It's a very difficult class. If you don't know what pathophysiology is, look it up. It's very difficult. Anyways, so I got that 89%. That brought my test average up to a 75.97. Right? Cool. Got my 75%. Right? Now, swag. All right. Well, no. We had one more test and that was my final this week. So I'm like thinking, like, because the midterm that we had in the middle of the semester is an accumulative, so it's over everything you do. Well, the midterm with my other teacher, because we had the class was split into 2 teachers. So my first teacher, her midterm was easy and I'm thinking, oh yeah, like it'll be fine, like just study and you'll be fine on the final, because it's basically just an accumulative, so they do like a brief overview of everything we talked about in the second half of the semester. So I'm thinking, yeah, just study everything, like, you know, study it. Well, okay, so I go in and I take this test and I literally look down and there's 78 questions and I look down and I pretty much like look up and I need like a microphone or something because I was about to go like, what the actual fuck is going on, because I like looked at the questions and it's not that I didn't know them because I knew everything that was on that test for the most part, but like the wording was so in depth and I just was not prepared for that. I was not prepared to have an accumulative final that was so in depth with questions that I like couldn't even, I just was panicking and I just was thinking so hard because I didn't study like that. Like I can study like that if it's, you know, just a normal exam where it's not over, you know, 17 different things, but this test was accumulative, so it's very difficult for my brain personally to work like that, and especially in such like that I wasn't prepared for it. Like I was kind of prepared for that with the other midterm, but hers was a lot more, you know, blunt, like not like, what is the CO2 level of this blah 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 on chronic bronchitis. It's like, no, I wasn't prepared for that. So get that test, and I'm like shitting my pants. All right, whatever. Take the test, get out, convinced. Monday night I was pretty much convinced that I had failed, because if I had a 75.93, so I had the test average, but if, you know, I failed this exam, then I was screwed. So Monday night I'm panicking, I'm texting my best friends, like, oh my god, I'm gonna die, like I'm not gonna be able to go on with you guys, I'm gonna be a loser, I'm gonna be the one who doesn't pass, because all my other classes were above 80%. It's like I had A's and B's in all my other classes, but this is the one that I had the C in, because it's the very hard class and it's very difficult for me. So okay, get the test score back, and I did fine. I ended up getting a 75.93% in the class, so my test average didn't really move, and that's really kind of embarrassing to come out and say, but I want you guys to know that it's not like everybody's gonna look at me and be like, wow, you're stupid, you got like a C. It's like, no, in nursing school it's a lot more difficult, and I have always been an AB student, and you know, in the harder classes in college it's been a lot more difficult, but it's not like high school when you get straight A's, because I had straight A's in high school. But like you get into college and it's like, oh, it's hard, and then you get into nursing school and you're like, holy mother of God, it's like on steroids, it's like hard as hell. Anyways, so that's my story for you guys. Almost not passing my first semester because of one class, but anyways, I got B's and A's in all my other classes. It was fine. I just wanted to tell you guys that, you know, it's okay to feel like you're not the only one if you feel like you're struggling, because I struggled a lot, and next semester is going to literally bend me over pretty much, because it's pharmacology, fundamentals of clinical nursing, and a research or communications class, which will be fine, whatever, communication's fine. But pharmacology is all about drugs, it's all about dosage calculations, and then fundamentals is like our clinical, and we get to go in the hospital, and I'm so excited to do stuff and be wearing like my white jacket. They're gonna be like, who's that student nurse who doesn't know what she's doing? Oh look, she's in the white jacket. That's me. But anyways, so wow, my hair is really gross. Anyways, so that is my cool little fun story from first semester. But overall, I just wanted to tell you guys, for those of you who are entering into nursing school, if you just completed your first semester, I just want you guys to know I survived, and I will survive second semester and third and fourth and fifth. So one semester down, 4 more to go, and all of my friends passed. A lot of us were really close. I actually have another friend, she got the exact same, she was in the exact same situation as Mid. It's just very difficult, very, very hard. And I guess what I've learned from it is, you know, what it takes, I guess, what it takes to be a nursing student, what it takes to put in the effort in school, and what it takes to, you know, do well, because it wasn't easy for me to get that 75%. It wasn't easy for me to, you know, get the scores I did on those tests. Like it takes a lot of time. And like my mom said to me, like when she was like trying to make me feel better about it, she's like, you know, Holly, it's not a lack of knowledge. It's not that you didn't know what you were doing. It's not that you didn't put in the time and effort, because I did. It's just a matter of, you know, how did you answer that question on the test that day? Like it's just kind of the way it goes. But I pretty much this semester, I would say 85% of my time was spent sitting at my desk studying or in the library studying. I feel like that's something that a lot of nursing students need to know if they're just coming into school. I didn't really, like I knew going in that it was going to be a lot of studying, but like you never really know until you're in the situation. Lots of anxiety, lots of constant things you need to do. October was probably the worst month for me, like mid-semester. That's when we had like back-to-back tests, and I know next semester for pharmacology, I've been told that's what it's like. So nursing school, second semester apparently is the hardest, because pharmacology and fundamentals are very hard classes. But I'm really excited. I'm really anxious to learn. I'm very, very, very excited for pharmacology, even though I know it's gonna kick my ass. I'm very excited to learn, which I feel like is super important. Also, going off of my first semester, I feel like this is the semester where people know if they really want to be a nurse or not. You know, do you get excited at the idea of putting IVs in? Do you get excited at the idea of helping that person that needs help desperately and looks to you like you're God? Like, do you want that? And I just have realized through this first semester that it is truly, like, I'm in the right place. I'm in the right place. I'm very passionate about it, and I'm very excited to continue on. And again, making sure that you have the right people in your life, making sure that you really have your priorities straight is going to help you in the end. I did have a couple questions sent to me on Instagram, and I was just going to answer them. What was the biggest struggle for you during your first semester, and what was the best thing about your first semester? So I would say that the iPhone 7, guys, cool shiz. Balancing everything, I really don't there's like no way for me to tell this. I'm going to make a total organizational time study video like in a couple days, but I would say the biggest struggle for me was time management, because you know, you want to go out and you want to go home and do things with your family and you want to go out with your friends all the time, but it's like, in reality, you have to think, you know, what makes more sense now? Studying for this test that you're only going to have to take once in your life, or going out that you can do, you know, for the rest of your life. There's just a difference, and it takes time for that to get through your mind that, you know, now is important. Now is the time where you buckle down and you kill it, and you got to just get after it, because, you know, in 3 years, you're not going to have the same opportunity. You could be in school for an extra, like, if I didn't pass that patho class, I would be in school for 5 semesters total, and I'm only in it for, or I would be in school for 5 years to get my degree total instead of 4.5. So it's like, you just have to focus on what's important now. You're gonna get to go out and drink eventually. You're gonna get to do all these things. You're just buckle down, become a nurse, and then do all the fun stuff, because right now is when it's important. And I would say the greatest thing for me this semester was the group of friends that I have gained from my class. My class is a class of 24, and all of us are very, very determined people, and I guess that's really extremely like inspiring to me, to be around such an amazing group of people who truly lift each other up. And I like probably could start crying talking about it, but the group of people that I go to school with, everybody is very encouraging, everybody is very motivating. All of us are in the same boat, so it's very, very nice to be around people who understand what you're going through, because a lot of the times people don't really understand what you're going through in nursing school. I get really frustrated when people don't really understand, because they'll ask me, you know, why are you studying again? Like, you literally were studying yesterday. Like, I've had guys like just like before Ben and I got together, when I would just like my guy friends would just talk to me, and they'd just be like, really, you're studying again? Like, you can't come out? It's like, you know what, like, you can't really understand it until you're in the position, and some people have to study more than others, and that's just something that you have to keep in mind while you're going to school. So yeah, that is my first semester. I hope that somebody gained something out of this video. I hope my story maybe helped someone, maybe encouraged someone that, you know, there's going to be times when you feel like you're struggling so bad and that God's just like trying to make you feel, but in reality he's not. It's just something to help you learn. And I feel like the stress that I felt during that time was, you know, motivating, very extremely motivating for me. You know, my study habits are definitely going to change next semester. Not that I didn't work hard this semester, it's just going to take more next semester. So I feel like it's just something, you grow, you learn from your mistakes, you learn from your success. It's just kind of give and take, learn, love, laugh, you know, all that stuff. But anyways, make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up if you like my nursing videos. I have a lot of videos planned for this month, guys. Next semester is going to be really hard to film, but I am going to film next semester as well. I know I said a video a week, and I'm still working on doing that. It was just this past month has been insane. So yeah, expect lots of videos this month, because I am on break until January 9th. That's when I go back to school. So I hope you guys are having a wonderful week. I hope all of my fellow college students have an amazing finals week. It's Thursday now, so I know this video will probably go up today or tomorrow. I hope everybody had an amazing finals week. I hope all of you are having a wonderful holiday season. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Make sure you hit subscribe too, and that little notification button. If you want to be notified when I put videos up, hit the little, it's like a little alarm clock. Hit that, and then you can see my videos are up, or don't. It's fine, you don't have to. But bye guys.